Alright folks, so what we have here are some 18650 batteries from Tesiyi, I believe is how that's said. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open them up, we're going to take a look at the batteries, we're going to talk a little bit about their chemical makeup, and we're going to talk a little bit about the claims that are written on the batteries, and we're going to do some testing. We're going to do a capacity test. But before we do all that, why don't you go grab yourself a nice cold one, come on back, and we'll get started. Alright, so before we go any further in the video, what I want to talk about is that these batteries were sent to me by Tesiyi to do some testing and trials and try them out and see if I like them, in agreement to do a video. And I said, yeah man, I'll do that. I love batteries, I like testing batteries, I like playing around with batteries, so I'll be more than happy to do that. I can't find a lot of information on these batteries. I will link their website below, but it's my understanding they're a new battery retailer, or a newer battery retailer. When you go to the website, there is some confusion as to whether they manufacture these batteries or not. Most of the time when you buy batteries like 18650s for flashlights or for vapes, most of the time they're just rewraps of other batteries like Panasonic's or Sony batteries, for example. So I'm really not sure what to think of these batteries. Anyhow, let's go ahead, let's take them. They come with a counterfeit device, so you can scratch these off, but all that will do is just verify the battery against Tesiyi's website as to whether it's something that they're selling or not. So one of the things I really want to point out is when you take a look at the box here, you'll see it says IMR 18650 lithium manganese battery. The I is really an L in this designation, is a small L. So it stands for lithium manganese rechargeable battery. And they have a little bit of a different chemical compound than an ICR or an LCR, which is a lithium cobalt rechargeable battery. And you can see these batteries here are listed as ICR on the wrapper. So it's a little bit concerning. And the reason it's concerning for me is that when I use a battery, I want to know the chemical makeup, because ICR batteries tend to overheat when discharged at too high of a rate, or when they're overcharged or undercharged, and that causes venting and can lead to fire and explosion. Manganese rechargeable batteries are typically a little bit more stable, and then when they're over or undercharged, they will just vent. And these are being sold as something to use in a vaping device, e-cigarette type device, and in those you really need to make sure that you take a look at your amperage that these batteries are advertised at, and using Ohm's law you calculate the resistance in your mod and stuff like that, and you can really lead to a recipe for disaster. So you know, just something to think about, something to be warned about. This says max discharging current 40 amps. So a lot of people talk about that as a burst current as opposed to a continuous draw for extended period of time. I'm not really not really sure what they mean by max discharging current. These batteries have gotten favorable reviews on the internet, so if you just Google the name Tesiyi, you will see some of those reviews. I don't have the ability to measure the continuous draw or output of this battery. What we are going to take a look at is the capacity of the battery, and in order to do that, let's take another look at this one. And this one says ICR on it as well. So I don't know if that is, here we go. I don't know if that's a misprint on the battery, a misprint on the box, or what. Like I said, I was just sent these batteries. I didn't really search them out. So what we're going to do is we're going to hook them up to my Fox Novo. It's the 4S digital charger. And I've used this in other videos to test the capacity of a battery. So let's go ahead and we're going to use this. Hopefully you guys can see that. Right now it's set to null and it's set to charge mode. And we're going to charge it 1/2 amp. I'm going to hold that in, and then hopefully you can see that just changed the capacity testing right there. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to plug these in. And what's going to happen is that this charger is going to top these batteries off, and then it's going to drain them all the way down to when I say empty, I'm really talking about their lowest stable rate from a voltage standpoint, and then it's going to go ahead and it's going to top them off. Right out of the bat, you can see that this one's at 3.69 volts, which this is rated for 3.7, so that doesn't seem so crazy, but this is 4. And so I would have expected these both that came in the same box to be at the same rate. So let's go ahead and let them charge. We're going to let them discharge, then we're going to fill them back up. We're going to come back, we're going to take a look at the capacity. Thanks everybody. Alright folks, and we're back. The capacity test on these batteries is done. So let me go ahead and hit this button and see if we can see what we got here. So you can see the first battery charged up to 4.21 volts, 2,697 mAh. The second battery, 4.22, charged up to 2,768 mAh, which is pretty good given that these batteries are rated for 2,600 mAh right there. All in all, they passed the capacity test. I don't have the ability to measure the amperage or the output of these batteries. And the other thing that I do want to point out, and I mentioned it earlier, is that maybe it's a mistake. These got put in the wrong box. These are IMR 18650 lithium manganese batteries, and on here you can see that maybe the wrong labels got put on these. These are ICR 18650 lithium ion batteries. So you know, I'm not going to use these for vaping. I'm not going to put them in a flashlight because they don't have integrated circuit protection. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. Typically I only want to use in a vape a battery that's labeled IMR for reasons mentioned earlier. I'm sorry, yeah, IMR for reasons mentioned earlier. That's it. That's the review. I don't have any real reason to doubt these batteries as to what they claim. I will post links to their website. They have a number of charts and graphs on there. These are verified and regulated by a number of governing bodies. You can see CEROHS. Let me go ahead and put that up there. Have certified and verified these batteries. If you want to give them a try, go ahead and give them out. What I can tell you is that the capacity exceeds what they're rated at. Thank you.